What's going on, guys? John with the ProCut, and we're out here today. I'm going to show you how to change out a front entry door. So before I remember to turn the camera on, of course, we've got our replacement door here pre-hung, and then the storm door is on the top of it. So the first thing I did was take off the storm door, and then I took a razor knife down the edge across the top and down this edge, and then I took all the screws out of the door frame, except for I've got two big lags in here still. And then I took my extended screws out of the hinges. So now once I pull these two lags that I had in here temporarily, I should be able to remove the interior trim. I shouldn't even have to do that, actually. I should be able to use a pry bar on the outside and pop this whole door unit right out of here. There should be silicone across the bottom of that, but there's no telling, because like I told you before, with this particular house, this was the first one I ever built, so every mistake possible is in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those two lags and see if this thing don't tip forward. So I'm going to put you on this ladder over here, and we'll see how this works out for me. One lag, two lags. This thing should tip out of here. Alright, we got the persuader. Looks like we're going to take the trim off separate. Seeing how that's what it wants to do. Oh yeah, that'll be that's why she don't want to tip out. I did it halfway right. I've got it all spray foamed. Let me go get a hammer. I'll turn you all back on once I got something sorted out. And the reason I'm swapping this door out is because when the house settled, things got screwy with it, and it's just not really been right, so that's why I'm replacing it. But when I pull it out, I'm going to try to raise it up a little bit. See how this deck board was notched out, because I built this deck at the same level as the inside floor when I built it. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Don't know that I'd do it that way again, but at any rate, when I put my piece of Trex down there, I don't want to have to notch it out. So I'm going to raise this door up a little bit if I can. Alright, so I've pulled the exterior trim and the interior trim. Now I can use a Sawzall probably to be the easiest thing, to go ahead and just loosen this foam on this side. Then this door should come out with no issues. Alright, I got a long blade on the Sawzall. I'm going to stick it in. My wife's on the inside. She's going to follow me down with the vacuum. Alright, it didn't go through all the way because I've got beadboard on the wall in there, and I put that on after the door went in, so it's over top of where the actual framing was. So, but this thing should be ready to come out. Seemed like there was another damn screw in there. I mean, it seems a lot harder in there than it should be. Something just loosened up. Is there? Yeah, I got foam across the top too. Let's see if I can't ease across there. All right. Let's try again. Oh yeah. She's gonna come out of there now, fellas. Bless the wife's heart, guys. She's trying to keep clean as a construction project is going. She needs all the help she could get. You're just gonna work this thing out with a pry bar. You know, if I didn't have a brand new deck here to contend with, I'd go on the inside and I'd just kick the dang thing out, but you know. We're just going to ease it on out. Which, I mean, realistically, is the better way to do something anyhow. Okay. God. I believe I can get it this time. I hear the wife griping. This is why you don't want the homeowners or the spouse to be home while you're working. You're about to be on video.
Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
All right. Go ahead and turtle shell this thing on out of here. Be right back. Now, I waterproofed my sill. I put a scrap piece of Trex in here and I got some shims. So now I can dry fit this door into place and see if I'm going to have to do anything with this header. I got a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to have to try to shim this header up a little bit. We'll see what happens. Dry fit time. Put you guys over here and I'm going to turtle back this door into position. Now, if this door didn't have a complete roof over it, I'd waterproof that entire opening. But seeing as how it does, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Trying to raise this door is gonna pose a significant problem. Let me get a pencil and scribe that top line and see how far off we are. So thankfully it doesn't look too bad. There's like a 1/4 inch here and about 3/16 over here and 3/16 over here, and this spot looks good, but unfortunately this spot looks a little bit low. So I'm going to get my small level and I'm going to check the level on that header, but it's looking like I may need to try and get this up some. And in theory, I could probably just take my circular saw and cut some out of here, come in from both sides, and just rip a little bit out of there, because this is really not the main structure. There's 2x6s across here, and it's only a 3-foot door, so should be good. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go get a level. This header did need to get raised a little bit, so I took my circular saw across there. Now I'm using the oscillating saw to buzz out the rest of it, because it'll make less of a mess inside the house, and it'll make my wife, or if you were doing it for somebody else, the homeowner, a little bit happier. So I'm gonna buzz this out and then I'll bring you back on. The door is in place. My verticals are pretty level. My skew is slightly out, but it is what it is with this door opening. It has been steady, kicking my freaking hindside. But at any rate, you see you have one screw in each hinge that's longer. That's how you bolt it in, and it's shimmed at those screws, and then you'll cut these shims off, foam in your gap, and you want to make sure you use window and door foam. If you use Great Stuff gap filler, you won't be opening this door anytime soon. So now we can work on getting this side shimmed out. I've got my first one in. I've got trim screws, and here's how I do those. I take and I pull the weather strip out to so I can get behind it, and I put my trim screw in. That way all my screws are hidden. All right, it's been a battle. However, the door's in, the locks are switched over. I'm gonna need, obviously, to caulk that in. It needs paint, obviously. I've got to foam the gaps and put the trim on in here, and again paint, obviously. But she's in, everything works. I got to get striker plates yet, but other than that, she's good to go. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully that helps you put your door in. I know it wasn't the best video, but Lord of mercy, if it wasn't kicking my butt so bad, just because I'm dealing with old stock here. If my opening was the proper size, I wouldn't have had all these issues. So hopefully it helps y'all.